Hi everybody, Taoism Deeply speaking. I hope I can give you some explanation of this Wukong trailer. Game science. This is the game developer. They have developed another Journey to the West game. And this game is based on Journey to the West too, but they somehow changed the story.
你们一定都听过关于他的故事。
Every Chinese have heard of that guy,
有
that
人
monkey.
说，他帮唐僧取到了真经，封了斗战。
He is referring to the typical Journey to the West fictional novel. Please know that this is not a history. This is fictional. And Lingshan means he was supposed to be in India, although it's here described in Chinese.
从此留在了灵山。也有人说，那个成佛的根本不是他，真正的他早就死在。
This version of story, I don't know what he's talking about. This is not in the Journey to the West, neither in the real history.
还有人说，西游从来都没。
He's referring to the history and to the truth, to the reality. Please do know that this monkey here,
有发生过，他只
very bad dressing, not dressed in a really well way.
不过是说书人杜撰的一只猴子。
Doesn't this guy look like a monkey, like an ape too? His hair, his palm, his gesture, everything. He is somehow related to Wukong. If you are Chinese, you will notice that, but you still don't know who he is.
但我要讲的故事，
I'm going to tell a story you haven't heard of.
这个故事
This story starts with a golden
金蝉
cicada.
说起。
So, the golden cicada. Cicada is a really common insect in China. It makes a lot of sound and it's really disturbing. You may think this guy is the golden cicada. Normally, when you see this insect, you are supposed this guy is to be the Wukong. Wukong can transform himself into insects, stones, weapons, anything. But you will say golden cicada. This is supposed to refer to Tang Seng, the monk who went into India to fetch all the Buddhism books. So this guy was somehow both related to be Tang Seng and Sun Wukong, the monk and the monkey. This thing resembles the two things at once. You see this torch, this monster. Okay, let's say Wolf Soldier A. But Wolf Soldier A is not him. It's all of this soldier is talking here. You see this guy. He has a real weapon and a torch, and he has a wolf head here. He does not mean that he is a werewolf. In Chinese magical stories, anything, any creature, like plants or cats, dogs, they can all transform into monsters if they receive enough magic. They can do that by practicing magic, like Taoism magic, Buddhism magic, or they can just simply by absorbing the magical aura the mountain or water relieves. So let's go on. Is there still wine in that pot? They found some pot, and they wonder whether there is still wine in it. Don't be too greedy. If you are late, we are probably being gained or killed. That means we are being punished by Ling Xu, real person. Ling, you can say that is soul, and Xu, nothingness. So this guy is soul, nothingness, real person. Real person refers to like a person who practices Taoism magic. Hey bro, the gate of the mountain. There are some noise there.
那边好像传来些响动。
That was nothing. With your bro here. Which stupid guy will come here to seek their death? That ping noise was to like alarm you, to notice you that there is a battle coming. Bandit chief, those wolf cops can see you.
别以为就能过了龙。
Don't think you can fool me. Please do know that all the things you see before, they were monsters. But here, this guy was supposed to be a bandit chief. This is a human, and the things over there were wolves. Probably they were all somehow of the same bandit group.
老子这关。
This eye is sound, a typical monkey sound. If you have watched the TV series filmed in 1986, this somehow fixes the thing here. He is using like a toilet magic. It was not like you can say he learned it from Zelda, but this magic was just a traditional Chinese magic. Of course, it's not real. Charge attack, blow, bam. Ah, there are a fur-head monk breaking in. Fur-head monk is usually used to refer to this monkey, to Wukong, in original Journey to the West book. He throws his stick, boom, do range attack, kill one of the monsters, and dodging the arrow at the same time. Okay, what you see here, doing the wielding the stick like as a shield. This is a really common thing in Chinese fictional, especially kung fu movies and TV series. You haven't seen it much in games. It is said, in reality, people can achieve this if they wield the stick really fast. But well, please do not imitate. If somebody is shooting arrow at you, whether by a gun or a bow, just run, just run. Okay, do not try to do that. You must practice really hard. Who is there? Knife. That refers to a sword or scimitar here. Wolf. Coach. Head. So this guy is like the coach of all those wolves, teaching them how to use a knife and a weapon. Who is there? Who is there to disturb my meditation?
清修。
Another monkey.
施主不如放下
Why don't you just put down your stick?
棍棒，也同我学点。
Learn some Buddhism from me. When he is saying the word you, he said 施主. If you say 施主, that means you are a monk. So this monster is a monk.
佛法。
How does that sound? He is trying to touching his beard. This move is really common in Chinese people, especially when the people have a long beard. Mostly, it reminds people of Guan Yu. So we just here. This. Let's just make it a little closer. Please do know that he's not blocking the attack with his stick. Instead, he's blocking that directly with his head. Bam! And that weapon simply deflects away. He is using an ability called Metal Body here. The original word is called 铜头铁臂, copper head, iron arm. That just means metal body. The developers said if they make just normally blocking with any weapon like a knife, it will look like Seiko Shadow Dice Twice or any just other game. They want to make this game unique, a Chinese game. So they just will say any chance that will make this game more different. Really good. You can see these objects are breakable. They show that probably deliberately to show that this game is very good made. They are also broke this pause. For a pause. That guy lost his beard a lot. Really cool flame effects there. This running maybe reminds me of Safer. Bang. That over there is probably like to tell you that he's going to do uncharged attack. Please be prepared. Bam 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 bam. Yeah. You are that guy the boss mentioned. Big king, that means your boss. Usually this word is used for bandits. You are that sky fate person. That means you are the chosen of the sky. And when I say sky, please do know that in Chinese myths or like in Chinese stories, sky is over all the gods. Sky is like a highmost rule. This new weapon you got here, new magic treasure. This thing is called 赤潮. 赤潮, it means red tide. This game developer has developed another game called Red Tide before. You pick up this weapon, and you put that weapon into your ear. Please do know that. In Journey to the West, the Monkey King Sun Wukong, he can just take his weapon, this big stick, he transforms it, he reduces its scale, and just put him in his ear. So he'll just not carrying it all around. But in the original story, not every weapon can do that. He can only do this with his stick. But here, maybe he just the game give him another ability to put any weapon in there. And over here, you got a character, Wolf. Then this character was probably supposed to be pig. It's hard to recognize. And let's see it over here. You don't have that. When you pick up this blade, you get a wolf here. That means you get another ability. Transform into golden cicada. In original Journey to the West, Wukong will just transform into any flying insect, like a mosquito or like a fly. He was not transforming into a golden cicada. Little monkey, you alarm the monsters here. That means voice from underground. If you pay attention over here, those monsters said something. They said follow, but it was not on subtitles because it was not. It was quite trivial. You alarm the monsters here. If you move forward, please do be careful. You can see there's a strange monster here. That monster was carrying a Buddhism beast. A Buddhism beast is somehow Buddhism related, and probably not a bad monster, but it's really scary here. It's watching here and there, and you are here to hide away from him. The smiling face was a resemblance to probably to Milofo. A little monkey, over here. Here, where? There was no UI. That was really bad. Somehow just find this place. And here, look here. This guy is not a monster. If you see an old man, probably an old man, emerging from the earth like that, holding a clutch, this guy was supposed to be the earth god of here. In Chinese magical stories, especially in Journey to the West, each place has their own earth god, a little weak god.
小神是黑风山的徒弟。
I am the earth of Black Wind Hill, and have been waiting you for a long time.
在此候你多时了。像
He says you look like something or someone, but he did not mention who do you look like. Probably the Sky Fate person in the legend that monster wall mentioned before.
丞相，
You really looks like something. His head looks like a radish. That also make you think about of Earth.
再往前走。
If you go forward, it is temple. This temple is of, let's say, she is AB. AB is both in Taoism and in Buddhism, but in Journey to the West, this person, this goddess or this Buddha, mostly is in Buddhism.
当年也是
It was prosperous.
只可惜，那场大火。
Pitiful, that great fire. And here is the fire story. Wukong and Tang Seng went west and found a temple. The monks in the temple greeted them. However, the monk chief of the temple, he wants Tang Seng's magical, beautiful cape. He said, "Can I have a look?" Borrowed it overnight. He wanted it so much, he wants to keep it forever. He doesn't want to lose it. So, one of his fellow monks advised, "Let's just kill them and keep it in a cave." The chief let greediness win over his head. At night, when Tang Seng was asleep, they lit fire on his bedroom, trying to kill him. However, Wukong noticed it and used magic to blow the fire away, burned every building except the Tang Seng's bedroom instead. The chief was of course killed. Bad guys should be killed, and all those fellow monks were intact. They were not hurt, or at least not killed by the fire. The magical cape was of course intact. It was given by AB, so magical, so beautiful that it won't be burnt by the fire. So when you see Mr. Earth said there was a fire several years ago, please do know that in the original story, Wukong did only kill one person intermediately. He did not kill many persons. So this thing is supposed to be the black myth, the twisted version of Wukong's story. So there was a fire burning all those things down and kill all those people. But strangely, there are only skulls here. Where are all their other bones? Where are other parts?
哎呦，
He says.
后来啊，这禅院
After that, the temple was rebuilt.
又被重建了。可人
But if human heart was burnt down, that means that was a comparison. It means if human was let down, they are frustrated.
若是烧没了，修好一座破庙，又有什么用呢？
This holding is supposed to create an atmosphere and also to make you prepare for the following boss fight.
小老儿先
I am leaving for you for a moment.
走一步。当你过了前面的站台，
We will see each other after. We will meet each other after you pass the walkway.
咱们自会再见。
We are going a long way. Here, there are no monsters here. We're just letting you appreciating the scenery. The birds, they look all identical. So, look at the camera here. It suddenly focuses on the monsters afar to let you notice and prepare for a battle. Charged, attack, Coming. Look at all those light effects. And effects. Boom! I probably killed 1 or 2 or 3. Please know that all those things turned into ash and probably into some ordinary animal after their magic has disappeared. If the monster was killed, the magic around him dissipates. Please do know that all those monsters are supposed to be wolves. They are of the same kin. If the badges were let down, they probably would just create random monsters everywhere. Cats monsters, dog monster, liver monster, and just mix them all together. But look at here, they just all use the wolf. They are not real wolves. They are just wolf monsters that transform into human. Okay. Wukong transformed into someone else. In Journey to the West, Wukong said it has the ability of the 72 transformations. He can transform into anything he wants. 72 transformations does not mean that he has only 72 options. It just means that he has a lot of options. In our original story, if you transform, you don't have the ability that you transform, just look like him. But here, for the gameplay, they just let you to have the ability. This thing transform looks like a white lion, muscular and tanky. This character, it looks like a pig, but I don't know why. It probably refers to lion or something else here. But that monster before, that it looks like it doesn't really look like a pig. It just looks like a lion, whatever it is. AB Temple. Does that remind you of some other games? Shh, don't make a noise. So you don't alarm that big dog. That guy over there is the Taoism friend of Black Wind Monster. When you say Taoism friend, that means both of those people practice Taoism and they learn from each other. They are friends. Calling himself 灵虚子 Sir, Soul, Nothingness. By your current ability. He was the subtitle mixed some characters here. He said, 以你现在的道行恐怕 He said, with your current ability, probably. The probably was not in the subtitles. Oh, oops. Little monkey, run. You still have the time. Otherwise it will be too late, it means. If you go through this door, you can't turn back. Look at our environment. Oh, here this monster is. Chief. Soul. Nothingness. Sir. That the monsters you see at the first place, they mentioned 灵虚真人, 灵虚 real person. That 灵虚 real person. This is the real person. This guy probably should have the ability to transform into human shape, but somehow he just doesn't. In traditional Chinese fictions, all those monsters, you either transform into something that's extra size. Like if he's a wolf, he will transform into a big wolf, or he can either transform into like a human-like wolf. Hehehe. Oh, look at all of the fur. Real-time rendering, good fur. Fighting. Look at glow in his eyes, makes us freeze. He used his head to block that attack again. That means this ability. Something looks like the Kun sign in Witcher 3. That ability is radio unlocked. That's a Zelda-like move again. Remember, it's traditional Taoism magic. But please do know that this does not exist in reality. If you see a wolf coming at you, do not try to fix him. All those objects, they are animated. They're subject to physics. Please do know that your health is depleting. And they say, when they are recording this radio, they are cheating and you won't die. This monster is leeching his palm here. That makes you think that he is healing himself, but actually he is not. His palm is not hurt. Just when all the pieces flying together and the roof was still in one piece. Here. Some more pieces pity the roof. Now, placing that over you makes you feel threatened. Blocking again with your metal body, but you still feels knocked back. You are dying if you are not cheating. This is not ninja magic. This is traditional Taoism magic, also mentioned in Journey to the West. He pulled a part of his hair, and he chewed that into pieces, putting it into his mouth, speak some magical words, saying transform. And all those pieces become these little avatars of himself. He can also become many other things, like many other sticks. But in this game, it's probably just many other monkeys. That means this is this ability. Of course, they are not just as strong as you. Otherwise, this game won't require any other ability. You just summon monkeys and that will be all. You just won't have to fight. Charging blow! Or also your summoning was down. Of course, you can expect that. You transformed into a monster you defeated before. BGM chance. You can say this fire effect was really good at him. That monster suffers a lot from burning. So you can say the game developer put that monster there intentionally, allowing you to learn that using different transformations are good for different situations. In this situation, the transformation they just gave you was the perfect solution. If you don't transform, this monster will be hard to defeat. That animation looks real. It's really sad that this monster did not bring up any more magical ability. He's just like just a great tank, strong wolf. I would expect that he could do more magic, but he didn't. As a real person, you should do something more. You killed him. That calm look, calm stance. You transform it back. Look like just all your armor and your clothing, they look old, they look dirty, they look dusty. This thing here is supposed to be a water bottle for carrying water. It's a plant, but it's used for carrying water. Or magical medicine, whatever it is. He pulled that weapon, his main weapon, the stick, from his hair, from his ear. In the Wukong in Journey to the West does that a lot. Good artifacts transform as will. Please do know that this stick, it has iron hide, and the stick is like painted in red. And this iron hide is not golden. But this stick over here, it has golden heads. Us, wish, gold, head, stick. That's why his armor. This armor, this clothing, all those fittings, that reminds people of the real Sun Wukong. So you can say somehow the Wukong over there was probably the fake one, whoever it is. In the Journey to the West, this real Wukong has defeated one fake Wukong in one chapter. But that fake Wukong just appeared in one chapter. He was not a good long main character. We still do not know why there is two Wukong in this game. This was not his dad. Please do not know that. Do not misunderstand that. Probably not instead. Some monster here is casting a magical shield from that prevent you from entering. We are not sure what it is. Just cool magic, cool scenery, and something towering over here. The Patriot in the Arknights? Oh come on, not him. Deer head. Any animal monsters. Mostly the monsters you see are animal monsters. There will be a few like willow monster or tree fox, but it was not the main. You are having a headache, don't know why. One reason is probably Tang Seng is saying a spell that causing your headache. Fighting a lion, that's cool, of course. Serpentine monster. Insect monster. Does not look like human at all. This is the kind that you transform into a bigger creature. Thunder! It's me, I am taller. Oh, just kidding, he's not taller. The golden wing. Peng bird. Peng is a fictional bird. There is more than one, please do know that. More than one here. Probably 3. 1, 2, 3. In the original Journey to the West, there were only one big Peng bird monster who is super powerful. We do not know why there is 3. Good statue, giant statue, fast statue, that's cool. Of course, in the game. Why not? 4. This 4 existence was a mixture of Indian myths and Chinese myths, both Buddhism and Taoism. You can say they're just the 4 sky kings. Let's just call them the 4 sky kings, with an umbrella, a sword, a tower, and a snake. Hua Guoshan, the mountain or the hill with flowers and fruits. This is where the Monkey King, the Sun Wukong, was born. Notice that this is in a different clothing. This dragon, whoever it is, I don't know. You are fighting in the heaven, in the clouds. And all those 4 big existence, the 4 Sky King were here. Please do know that. Those soldiers, they are heavenly soldiers. In the original Journey to the West, Wukong was mad at how the heaven treated him, and he fought all the gods in the heaven. In Chinese mythology, there were not only one god in heaven, there were gods for each function. There's the one who manages the stars, the one who manages fire, the one who manages lightning. And all those are just random soldiers for you to kill. There were not blood. And please do know that here, the stick goes really long. He should be able to transform that into a really big stick. Not only long, but in the game probably it's just a long stick. That looks cool, right? Fighting in the clouds, people are expecting that. Black Myth Wukong. The humming, the melody he hums, is a resemblance the TV series in Journey to the West. Notice that belt? This is commonly seen in builders. After the white bone, go journey to the west again. They say this again because once they made a game, Journey to the West, called Fighting the Gods of War. It does not have anything to do with that game called God of War. The previous work somehow downgraded halfway because of budget work and other reasons. And that failure was after the Mrs. Whitebone. After that downgrade, things were go downgrading. So they hope to make up and fix their regret here. That's why they say this word, after white bones. It says, join the team of fetching the scriptures, fetching the Buddhism books. Go at once. www.黑神话.com. 黑神话 means black myth. This da 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 da, and all those electronic music were once composed by the person Xu Jingxing. So they say here, this music was officially authorized. They are not stealing the music from the TV series in 1986. If you are Chinese, this DNA is almost in your. This music is almost in your DNA. It's really common and familiar. Hopefully, my video can help those people who don't speak Chinese and know very few about the Journey to the West. I'm tired deeply. Thank you, that's all.